And at what point did you actually start rapping? It was while you were locked up?
Yeah, when I was locked up on the Beacon fighting the trial, I started just writing crazy. Even when I was up north, I really wasn't writing. When I was home, when I was young, I always used to write. I used to rap. But I wasn't really taking it serious. I was just, you know what I mean, just doing whatever I do.
Who were you with musically at that time that
Like
was
Cool
making
G rap. You know what I'm saying? I would listen to a lot of Cool G rap. I mean, that was my boy.
Because this was kind of like the DVD era, the like mixtape era. This is when like New York is kind of being run by like just the crazy ass like freestyle / mixtape era of G Unit and Dipset and all this kind of shit.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And so like, what was your perspective on the DVD game? Because when you started kicking with Smack, was he already rich off that?
Nah, he was just starting. He did a couple DVDs. I was probably on like the fourth one. But you know, it was quiet. You know what I'm saying? It was really quiet. Then, you know what I'm saying? I jumped on the joint. I ain't know it was gonna be. I ain't know it was. I thought it was nothing. I wasn't on no mixtapes, none of that. I just did the first video. He told me he wanted the. When I first came home, he was like, "Yo, let's do it whenever you ready." So I stayed home for like 2 months. Then I got bored, and I said, "Yo, let's shoot something. I'm ready." So now he pulled up to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Put up to the crib and said, "Let's do it." We jumped in the whip, and I started driving the whip, and he was filming me on the passenger side, filming me in the passenger side. That was my first video, the Laws These Days video. You know what I'm saying? Then I took him to Patterson Projects, and we did a shot in front of my building, 414 in the Patterson. And I took him to Mitchell's with my other boys, Hellbound, you know what I mean? Iz and Justin them, you know what I mean? Party Artie was in it. Rest in peace, Party Artie. He was a nice battle rapper from the Bronx. He filmed my projects too. So he died too. But you know, that was the first video I did. After that, probably like 2 weeks later, we was in the studio and Smack was playing the joint on the screen. That's when I first got my first feedback. Niggas was like, "Oh shit, this shit is, yo, that's you, yo, that's you." I was like, "Yeah, yo, yeah." I ain't know, I just thought it was regular, but then I started walking around, niggas was pressing me. "Oh shit, yo, Shea Dave, yo, that shit is hard." Then I was telling Smack, "Yo, when you gonna do the next one?" And Smack was like, "Ready, yo, we gonna do that. I need you on the next one." Then I started doing more and more and more, then it was lit.
Right.
It was lit. It was the second video I did, I ain't gonna lie, the second video I did, it was called, I think, no, it was the third video. It was called Guns Go Blam. Now, you see how they doing the drill and all that?
I think I seen it on YouTube earlier, yeah.
Yeah, but you see how they doing the drill and all that?
Yeah.
Before Onyx, you know what I'm saying? After Onyx, I was the only ones doing the video with the guns in the video. I just did the song by mistake called Guns Go Blam because they played the beat. My son played the beat in the studio, and I was like, "Oh, this is Shea Davis, my gun go blam." And then now, when it's time to shoot the video, I just went to the block with the song in mind. And the block is 109 God Brewer. That's one of the wildest blocks. That's where 50 and all of them, you know what I mean? They all be in that area. I went over there and shot the video, and all the goons came out with guns behind me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't tell them or nothing. They just was like, "Yo, this is what we gonna do. And they had the guns in the video because it matched the song.
Because like after Tupac and Biggie, there was this long ass stretch where you just didn't see guns in music videos and shit, right? But then all of a sudden you have people like Smack filming hood DVDs and doing music videos on the corner, and all of a sudden there's no like, you know, music industry executives to tell you that you can't have that shit in the video, but you weren't even planning it. It was just like you get these people in the video, they're just gonna pull their shit out, even though even at that time, like gun laws were probably pretty crazy in New York, right?
It was still crazy. It was real. It was real crazy. That's why I wasn't really walking around with no guns. We was good because this is a block where we got the surveillance, you know what I mean? Where we know where police is coming and all that. So we good, but that wasn't my thing really. Even though of course we was moving around dangerous, but me personally, after doing all this time and all that, even before that, I just wasn't really carrying a gun person. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, of course, if shit hit the fan and I got beef, I'm going to go get it and go in.
I was watching one of your old music videos and you're like dangling a machete out the window.
Oh yeah. That happened. Yeah, that happened too by mistake. Cause
that was a mistake?
Yeah, that was a mistake because my boy let me hold his car. It was an old school joint. My boy Vale, he let me hold a car. I jumped in the Nova and they was in the passenger side. You know what I'm saying? So I said, "Yo, let me see him, yo." I was on the corner of the block and on Linden Boulevard. That's in Queens too, on Sufton and Linden. And I seen the swirl and I just like, "Yo, I like these joints." I started sticking out the window driving. Yeah, we lit. You know what I mean? Had the Chinese girls in it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
stuff like that. So it was like, yo, let's do it.
That was a raw ass time period. But like, what was your vision for your career? Were you trying to like build your name up and get signed, or were you just thinking about doing it from more of a street level?
I don't know. I just was doing it. I was, of course, we was trying to get a deal, but I wasn't, like you said, at that time, my mind wasn't really focused on really just nothing.
Right.
And we was lit already. In my mind, I thought we was gonna get a whole situation, like with the smack. My mind wasn't really on business. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I wasn't even thinking about that. You know, we was getting money for shows. We was doing little tours and stuff like that. I mean, I was getting money, but it's just a deal. I don't know. I never really, you know what I'm saying? I never sat down. I still, to this day, I never got no deals. You know what I'm saying? I never sat at no tables, none. I never really had a deal. Everybody else got deals. They had managers. I never had no manager. I'm saying everybody else had managers and stuff like that. I never really.
But you came up at a weird time where the internet was kind of like taking over and people weren't selling physical CDs, but streaming wasn't a thing yet. So it was like, and the music industry hadn't really like adapted. They hadn't like figured out how to make money off of a street rapper at the time. Whereas now when you look at like the Bronx drill scene, I hear about one of these Bronx drill kids getting signed for like 100,000, couple 100,000 like every fucking week. And a lot of these kids are like, they got like one song with 1 million views, but they're like 15 and they got a gun in the video. So it's like, boom, like the industry wants to sign them, which 100% would have probably been the type of energy that you would have been getting from the label if you had came out 20 years later or 5 years later or 10 years later, whatever it was. But yeah, okay. So were you making a lot of money at a certain point, or and how involved with Smack were you at a certain point?
Nah, that was every time we do a video, he calling me, yo, no, I'm coming to get you. Know what I mean? He come get me, we bring a few goons, and then we go do what we gotta do. With the Big Meech, all that, I was there for all of that. When he first met Big Meech, yo, I got these, this Big Meech and them, I don't know, yo, they lit, they getting money. You know what I'm saying? I was with them, I went with them, we met Big Meech, Blue, all them, everybody, all the videos that he was shooting, that people was paying him, man, when this person, I was going to pull up, you know what I mean, with him. You know what I'm saying? And then bring a few people and, you know what I mean, make sure he was good.
And did you ever discuss Smack like actually signing you, or was it more of just him supporting you?
I thought he was gonna do like a big label deal with all these artists that was on it, or with all of us. I thought he was gonna get like sign all these people and try to get like 100 million, like how Little Baby and them did it.
Right.
That's what my mom was thinking he was gonna do. So I was just being patient, thinking that was gonna be the plan. But you know what I mean? His thing was he was tired of really chasing rappers. That was just his thing, because we had to keep chasing them. You know, some people you got to call and they're not picking up. Not the people that's going to pay, but the big names.
Right.
I mean, you know, sometimes they be busy. They not. It's hard to reach them. We still smack DVD, but we not millionaires or nothing. We just like a visual situation for them. So it was hard to catch them. He was getting tired of that.
Yeah.
It was getting more easier for us, but he was getting tired of, you know what? And then he started doing the battles where he was doing it in the arenas. We was doing it in the parks at first, you know what I mean? But he started doing it inside where he could get paid from doing it. When he was doing the battles before, we wasn't getting paid for that. We was just shooting it and throwing it up.
We just hit 600,000 subscribers on the Clips channel right here. We're trying to get to 700, so you know what to do. Smack that red button and subscribe. Appreciate you.